elimination. 10,
9, 8,
7, 6, 4, 3,
2,
1.
0.
Hello, Dash League, and welcome back. We're entering the last portion of our Cycle 5 for Season 6, and this is the last matchup of this weekend. Got a good one for you. I am Kastle, currently in the booth with the one and the only Silius Goose. And glad to have you. Absolutely. We got our players kind of trickling in. 5 for Bandit and 4 for Life. You want to read us off? Agent, yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at a lot of quality players here tonight. I think this is going to be a good one. I don't think these teams have run into each other yet this season. So for them, this is going to be an exciting one for both teams. I suspect they have scrimmed in the past, but no. Oh, shoot. Okay, hold on one second. I did turn on the Discord, but I think I might have to change the source. They missed all of that from you. All right, let's try this. Once again, in the booth with Silius Goose. Go ahead with your introductions.
Hey, there we go. What is up? I am Silius Goose. Yeah, so
round 2.
That's all right. I'm Bandit. We got Blister 22, Lucky Charms, Texas Toast, Cadillac, Agent Bread.
Oh, second time.
Almost said
Messed
it.
up again.
And on Life, we got Owl, Just Drums, F2P, Top Star, and the one and only Caged Birdie.
Absolutely. For the record, it's Agent Bread.
Agent Bread.
This is for me too, because I keep looking at it and being like, it's Agent, right? It's Agent. Agent, not ancient. Although I think both names sounds awesome.
Yeah.
We're just talking about the I know you mentioned some of the players on Life and on Bandit too. Any thoughts? What do you think's going to happen this time around?
You know, like I said, Bandit is bringing their A game here. They've got a good lineup here, so they're going to give Life a run for their money. But Life does seem to have the upper hand here. So in the end, I think Life's going to be able to pull this off, but it's going to be a tough match.
Yeah, and Life, especially with a recent recruitment, F2P, stealing them away from Other, they're bringing some really quality players in. Yeah, and especially with Night Owl and Topstar at the helm, they've got a very deep lineup. It'll be interesting to see. This is a team that I think actually belongs in Dasher tier. They've really competed well at that level with their best lineup and on their best days. So this will be an interesting one for Bandit. We'll see if Life can bring, and they're going to need a big win tonight to get back into Dasher tier. So we'll see what they can bring to the table. On the flip side, though, Bandit never a pushover team by any means, and they're bringing in a lot of experience on their own.
Yeah, and definitely. And if Bandit beats Life here, they could be looking at a low Dasher. They're at the top of Sprinter right now.
From what I remember too, Bandit has always kind of straddled that line between Sprinter and Dasher. So for them, it's just a matter about, you know, if they can get those wins right before the season ends, you know, and turn to playoffs, give them a chance to get as far as possible.
Yeah, all I know is this is going to be a great game, and I can't wait to see what these teams bring.
So maps for today, everyone should know at this point, but we'll pull them up just in case. But notably, Launchpad, as you see on the screen already. However, Volcano, second cycle for that. Newest addition to the Domination lineup. It'll be a good one.
And again, it's been so interesting having that new map and seeing how every team has adjusted and made plans. It looks like we're having some sort of circle going on here in the middle.
A little
all holding
Life
hands.
Bandit powwow.
Yeah. Oh, a little dance competition maybe.
You know, I want to see a breakdancing ring. You know,
Yeah.
right here in the center.
And we're off.
All right, let's get set up with some Blister action. See what he can bring to the table. So early phase Launchpad. It's all about the house. See if you can clear the house, gain those resources. We'll see how Life does clearing out Bandit.
And the thing about this house is there's a lot of corners that people can hide in and pop out and shoot. It's going to be a real challenge for Life here.
Speaking of corners, Blister with the first pick and a double, sending that corner in bottom house, and two raining down on carts. Already a 4K with those shocks.
Another one picking off the cart there.
You know, I think he's going to be earning his namesake with just how much movement he's doing right now. Blister,
Oh, another.
going crazy.
See if he, oh, and unfortunately he takes himself out with that one.
And didn't manage to get the frag either, but you know, with that dash pickup, already back at it.
Cart has not been moving much at all, though. They've done a good job of locking that place down.
Yeah, it's looking like now they're just now clearing out the area of Bandit players. Bandit doing a really good job here on the initial rollout.
Also, I can't see the player names at all. If there's any way.
Can you not?
Yeah, I can't see the player names. Life doing a good job to make up some time here. There we go. Perfect.
All right. Can you still hear everything just fine?
No, I can't, but it's all good.
Got it. All right, we're seeing a nice progression down this incline. Life has really come back from this start to push forward and really hold that SMG bridge. Little stalled here. Big battle around SMG bridge, trying to gain control of the area. And
Yeah, Life has done a great job of making up that time, though, that they were stuck at the beginning. Let's see if they can continue that momentum going towards the goal there.
seeing some cart movement here. Several Bandit players wiped from the area. A
Double
nice
stacking.
natural group up coming in.
Lucky Charms trying to hold down the shield room here. Let's see what he can do.
She gets
Oh,
one,
with a
she gets
2K.
two.
Wow.
Lucky Charms.
Not able to take out Cart, though.
Yeah, I don't think the name Lucky Charms really serves her well because she ends up being less lucky and just being pure skill with her performances.
Guess needs to change her name to Skilled Charms.
Right? It doesn't have the same vibe to it though.
No,
But
not
now
at all.
Cart absolutely cruising. 3 minutes left remaining, and they've only got about, I'd say about 5% to go.
Top star now in Cart trying to push forward.
Oh, and this card is not stopping. A team wipe on Bandit's side, and that's a checkpoint. An excellent late phase pre-checkpoint from Life.
Wow. Yeah, Life really turned it around there from being stuck at the beginning and now pushing forward all the way. Doing great. Let's see what else we can see from them.
And I'm loving the pure aggression. Already 2 of their players deep in triangle trying to bottleneck any further Bandit players. A couple managed to make it through, taking off F2P at Cart. Meanwhile, Just Drums making trouble up in triangle with his teammates.
As Cart continues to roll, Life pushed up all the way.
Yeah, things
Seeing
are
a
looking a little bit dangerous for Bandit here. They got to get out of this. Got to get this hold and got to get those resources.
Got a little defensive build up here for Bandit, but it just seems like they can't get the kills.
Little momentum here. But once again, multiple Bandit taken out and a double stack on Cart. Life really looking to cinch the win with just the momentum that we got going right now. Night Owl getting work done in triangle with 1 pick.
He's going to grab that dash and dash out of there as quickly as possible. And taking out a
Ooh.
couple of Bandit players. Is he going to get one more?
Night Owl is just one of those players who uses, in addition to just great mechanics, some really sneaky play. He knows his positioning well, just to really prolong his survival. And man, this card is just not stopped at all. A double stack from the bottom of that post checkpoint incline to this point, it just doesn't happen.
And now Owl's just holding down this triangle area and pushing up into their base now, taking out another person. Oh, and finally gets taken out by Cadillac.
Oh, Cadillac.
Ooh, Cadillac
Was
with a
that
clutch
2
double.
charge shots? That was 2 charge shots, 2 kills, and that was after he took out Night Owl.
Wow, we need
An
to put that in
excellent
the
play.
highlights.
Man,
Put
if there
that
was a
in the
replay
highlights.
function, I would be replaying that. Yeah, that is such a rare kill to see. You know, those charge shots. I can't tell if that was luck or pure skill, but man, that was awesome.
We'll chop it off to pure skill at this point.
Yeah.
We'll just let him roll with it.
Just Drums taking out the Rockets in the back. Making good work with those shotguns. F2P now on Card, getting work done. Lucky Charms taking him out. Bandit on Card,
Wow, fighting from the cart. That's what we love to see.
but they're doing a good job of keeping this space, but they really need to get some forward presence. Right now, that dash, that triangle dash is going completely to Life, and it's going to hurt them on this 100% push.
And Life is at 86% with 5 minutes left. It's not looking too great for Bandit right now.
And we're looking at a spawn lock here, but still fighting on Cart.
And more importantly, getting the kills from Cart too. You can fight all day, but if you don't get those kills, you're not going to get any movement. So it's great seeing that too.
Absolutely. Finally getting some space here. Texas Toast trying to hold down the shotgun flank. Goes down to just drums. Lister will trade him out.
Agent Bread starting to set up something on the Cart. Oh, and gets taken out by Top Star. Guess I spoke too soon.
Big push from Live. F2P going on a tear here
Wow,
and
a
getting Cart
2K.
around the bend. Oh, was that was a bounce shot from Lucky
Wow.
Charms and a headshot afterwards, holding down that Cart. Oh my gosh, dude, that bullet grouping is just phenomenal.
Obviously been working on their aim.
Trying to decide her next victim. H Birdie taking the frag.
More movement on the Cart.
Huge
And
movement, Cage Birdie.
This Cart is not stopping. There, it finally goes down.
And this is an excellent setup from Life. Designating those cart pushers, designating the sight lines towards the spawn. They've pre-planned this and they're executing it well.
We're just under 5% with 3 minutes left. It's looking like this is going to be 100% right here.
Yeah, and with some minutes in reserve as well at the pace they're going. Big push here. Multiple trades on both sides. A 1-1 on Cart with Night Owl taking the final frag. See how much
Is
work
this gonna
can he
be
get
it?
done. He gets 2 and he pushes
50%,
it.
there it
to
is.
victory. Night Owl with the last second clutch to finish it off. 100% with 3 minutes remaining.
left. Wow.
And that is what you call we're heading towards a blowout here. That's a huge standard for Bandit to now try to do on their offense. We'll see what they can produce.
And if you're Bandit right now, what's going through your head? Like, what are you thinking? Like, what's your next move going to be? You're just gonna, are you gonna be completely aggressive? Are you gonna hang by a cart? What are you planning?
Yeah, mentality is such a big thing in this game. You know, you start to lose mentality halfway through, and your shots just stop landing. You don't start moving as fast. So we'll see if Bandit can maintain. I suspect they're seasoned enough to be able to, though.
Texas Coast getting some movement on the cart there.
Yeah, and that was a nice pick on Night Owl to shut down that alley flank and really secure the dash triangle. Dash alley. Alley dash.
It's all the same thing.
It's doing good work, pushing up, and Bandit with a really deep SMG bridge hold this early.
Bandit definitely making better time right now going around these first couple corners. Haven't gotten that, Life hasn't gotten that lock on them yet.
Yeah, that house clear that they did was much better than Life's early push. And they're showing some really good organization here with a good objective focus. Not only that, focusing on the bottlenecks they need, the sightlines they need. I mean, this is just a great push overall. These disruptors doing their job well. Cart just cruising down with a triple stack at the
Bandit
bottom. And Climb Bloods lined up
2K.
for a double.
Thing you really got to be careful about in this game is those rockets can just take you out really quickly if you double stack the cart.
Yeah, I got a little confident on the objective. I went back to really bite them. It's going to give Life an opportunity to get set up here. And if they don't get those frags on this next meetup, it's going to slow them down a little bit. But it looks like they are getting the frags they needed. Multiple Life going down with Cart moving around the bend pretty smoothly.
Bandit is on the normal pace to make checkpoint though. They're at the bottom of the hill with plenty of time left, so I think they could definitely get to this checkpoint. Especially if they keep pushing the way that they are.
Keep remain focused. Get those disruptors forward. However, Topstar is not in a very defensive position. He is up there and in the battle, in the midst, playing really aggressive with those rockets. I love to see this playstyle.
Oh, yeah. Quick K right there. Just hanging out on shield, waiting to make his move.
And this aggressive style of rockets makes it really difficult to pinpoint where the rockets are coming from. Because typically when you're on defense, you call out that rocket position the moment you go down to them. With his playstyle, you just can't.
Did seem like rockets went down there, though.
Texas Toast getting work done. Cart not moving, though.
Hopefully we see some group ups from Bandit here.
And Cage Birdie on a tear. At least a 3K from what I've been seeing. Ooh. A little bit of a unfortunate positioning there. We'll go down to Texas Toast, looking for Topstar, see if he can get that pick. Wow, it's
Lucky Charms there, fighting in the cart and just not able to lock it down.
some great shield play by F2P with a single frag. He gets the second.
Goes for the melee kill with that shield, but doesn't seem to do any damage.
You know, I think they should add melee damage. That would.
Me too. Me too.
As a shield player these days, you know, that would, that would be awesome.
I've been picking up the shield a lot too when I'm on cart, and it seems to be helping.
Just about 3% left and a minute and a half. Bandit still well within range to make this checkpoint. However, in order to get past, they need to make it with time. I think Life made it with, what was it, 3 minutes remaining?
Yeah, it was insane how fast they made it to the checkpoint.
We're seeing a big group up here from Bandit, about to hit cart.
See if
Shock's
this
coming
group
in.
up pays off. 1K with the rockets.
And it looks like all of Bandit wiped out.
And they're grouping up again, but Life is just pushed up into their spawn, and they're having to fight them at their spawn. It's just not a group up. Kind of failed there.
And that shield, the mixture of that shield play and rockets, you know, that's something we do over in D. And Life really putting that strategy to incredible use. They've slowed it down from 3 minutes on SMG to where it is now. This has been a great defense.
Bandit now getting those micro pushes in, but those rockets are just doing work up on the bridge.
Sending disruptors up into the shield, trying to break up the group up. And we might be looking at a checkpoint with how this defense is going. You know, Bandit has not been sending those disruptors to really seek out those rockets. I'm not sure why they aren't doing that.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Ooh, and a shock play coming in.
Oh,
could this be
is
it?
this?
Last second rocket.
Oh, that was so close.
Some excellent shock work on Bandit's side, but unfortunately not quite enough. Life will take the W with a checkpoint.
All right, so top scorers, Just Drums with 61 kills, 41 deaths, 6,500 points. And then we got Bandit, Texas Toast with 50 kills, 55 deaths, top score, 5,664 points.
Yeah,
wow,
Just Drums. You know, actually, interestingly, two names that you typically do not see at the top of the scoreboard, but Just Drums and Caged Birdie really showing what they're made of. That was a great performance. Typically, you see names like the Night Owl or Topstar up there, but Just Drums, Caged Birdie, they really showed some really well-rounded play and earned them the checkpoint.
Oh yeah, and it looks like we're having some switching here on both teams. Get their best players in for domination. Let's see what some of these comments are saying. Nick, my team captain, says Goose is with the shield is goated. Thank you, Nick. And somebody says Top Star tearing it up with the rockets. Yeah, they were going crazy with those rockets.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really set up on that bridge there. I would have really liked to have seen just a little bit more disruption on Bandit's side, because I know Texas Toes was doing a decent job of just getting in there over and over again. But sometimes the focus, as contrary to, common meta might be, sometimes too much objective focus is not the way to go. You do need those rolls, break up that defense.
Yeah, and sometimes you just need to send your best killers out there and just try to get those kills and secure your objective. You really only need 2 people riding the cart, so the other 3 should just be pushed up as hard as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. But now they know. We'll see if they adjust later on. Still another cycle to go. It's not the end of the road for them when it comes to payloads.
Exactly.
That being said, complete change of pace now as we look at the next map. It is a volcano, and this plays entirely different than any payload that you've ever seen. What do you think?
Yeah. This map is completely different from the other domination maps, because on the other domination maps, you're right close to your button when you spawn. On Volcano, you have a little bit of travel to go to get your own button, then even more travel to get to the other buttons. So it's a much larger domination map than the others. So it plays out completely different.
And like I've said in the past, the thing about Volcano is your base. You can't really consider it your base anymore. That button that typically is yours in the waterway or the other quarry domination maps. With Volcano, it's actually quicker to get to your dash pickup from their base with that particular route than it is for you to get there. So you really need to consider it a midway point rather than yours, which is a complete flip-flop on the meta.
And the thing about B on this map also is it's so vertical. There's so much vertical space you can take up and play in that it plays completely different than the other B locations too on the other maps. You can get underneath, you can go above. It's just so much space to take up and defend.
Absolutely, that verticality is a different play style from the others. You can't just sit on a sight line.
Yeah.
So people who love that sniper position on waterway or love that long look from, say, the outside B region towards the button, you're not going to find too many of those here on Volcano.
And the other thing that's unique about Volcano is it's the only domination map with the armor lock in the underneath B. If you grab that gives you a huge advantage when you're trying to hold down positions.
Absolutely. Gotta land those charged headshots so you can get rid of that armor fast. Definitely a different style. If you go for those fast bullet body shots, might not work out for you when you come across someone glowing yellow.
See the new players. We got Anonymous on life coming in and Iron Buns. And then on Bandit, we got Z and Greedy Guy coming in. 2 new players to this match.
Both teams with a really deep lineup. It really shows when teams can adjust their lineups this drastically between maps and not just roll with the same lineup every time. It shows you how much talent there is out there. All right, so last Volcano was back, I want to say cycle 3, is that correct?
Yeah, that sounds right.
All right, so Bandit did win both of their Volcanoes. They went up against Sky and Limbo. They did very well on the Volcano. So they've won practically every Volcano they've gone across. On the flip side, we've got Life. They were back in, I want to say they were in Sprinter tier when they did their Volcano as well, and subsequently took both those wins.
Wow, so this is two Volcano experienced teams coming in here.
Absolutely. So winners versus winners, we'll have to see. Some notable names from last time. Texas Toast was absolutely tearing it up on his last showing. Blister, another name, ended up top scoring on that map on his match against Sky. Astonishing 21,000 points. That's also be someone to look out for. See what kind of performance he can bring to the table.
Exactly. Something that's interesting to me is how some players are so good at let's say domination, but on payload they're playing a completely different role. So it's interesting to me to see how those roles flip when you enter a new mode as such as domination. It's going to be cool to see that what players are good at payload versus domination.
Oh, and actually, Hodge corrected me, and I apologize. Limbo actually destroyed Bandit in their Volcano outing.
Oh, okay.
So flip the switch here. We might actually need to see a revised strat from Bandit on their Volcano in this matchup. And actually, in their outing against Sky, it was a 2-1. They played all 25 minutes. So for them, it's going to be the long haul if they do play.
Wow. Those long domination matches are always such an endurance test for people playing this game.
Absolutely. And Hyperdash in general is just such a strenuous game compared to a lot of other VR games. I know games such as, you might have heard Veil or Breachers, you know, these types of games, they go longer, but you're just standing around most of the time. In Hyperdash, you're moving.
All right, and here we go.
Starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
Each team going out and grabbing their buttons and pushing towards B here. Although Bandit has two people at B right now controlling it. Looks like Life is pushing towards Bandit's button. Bandit only has B. This is a dangerous situation. Let's see if they can get their own button back.
And F2P really showing his mettle here with a 4-0 all ready to begin. Sneaking into Bandit's base as well. And this is a dangerous position to be in for Life. They've got to get those Life players out of their base if they want a shot at really getting the countdown.
Countered. Red takes C.
Oh, a quick countdown from Life, but quickly countered it by Bandit.
Blue takes B.
Life or Bandit holding on with a single player in life space. I'm not sure they've called it out yet, but they've got to get some bodies over there.
Takes B.
Now they've got a Life player coming to intercept him.
Red takes A. Blue takes A.
Oh, and they take it back.
Red takes A.
Texas
Once
Toast
again.
finally clearing his base of F2P and clutching the counter there.
Now they've only got C.
Takes B.
Oh, and Bandit takes B. Oh, and they've only got B again.
Blue takes C.
And despite all the shots, Blister still trading out with that armor.
And, yeah, you see how important that armor is to have. And Life with a countdown here, quickly countered by Bandit.
That's an interesting technique. It's really, he's sliding down the inside of the B volcano. I don't know if I've seen someone do that yet.
No, that's the first time I'm seeing that. I think that's just to catch someone off guard when they come around that corner. They're not expecting that at all.
You know, I wouldn't have expected it. That reminds me of the front of the waterway. You slide down that ramp there, but we're talking inside the volcano. I gotta get that to try the next time I'm in the volcano.
Oh, absolutely.
Red takes A.
Life holding on with... Oh, we have a Bandit countdown, quickly countered by Life.
B.
Life with secure B hold here.
Blue takes
A couple Bandit players coming in. Just Strom's looking to push into Bandit space, steal their resources, making good work of that
2v.
shotgun.
Oh,
takes C. Red
Bandit's
countered.
holding on to B now.
Blue takes
They get
C.
their own button back. But it seems like Life is pushing into their base a little bit harder.
Red
There's only one Bandit player over at Lifespace.
Ooh, and just drums
Taken out. Wow.
going crazy, and that's only 2 left for Bandit.
Countdown.
Oh, they were at
Oh.
B. They did not get B fast enough. First point going to Life. And just drums already with a 15 and 3. That's a 5. That's a 5.0 KD he's rocking right now.
Red takes A. First
Ooh, taken out at their base, but quickly counter kill right there.
Yeah, I think this might be Just Drum's game today. He's just been on an absolute tear.
17 and 5, and then F2P at 11 and 4. Both the highest scoring on their team.
Blue takes A.
Yeah, F2P in general is a very, very unappreciated player.
Blue team scores in
Oh, countdown by
Blue
Bandit.
team scores in countered. Blue team countered.
Looks like they lose their own base. But like I was saying, F2P is one of those players where if you run into him into a pub, you don't expect much from him because he ends up, testing out all these strange techniques, playing on cart half the time, that type of thing. But when it comes down to the metal and when he needs to compete, that's when he really shines.
Bandit holding on to B again, and the Life countdown here.
Two
See
alive.
if Bandit can counter them, and they
Buttonhole at
don't.
B.
Wins this round.
And it looks like it was Owl that held the button,
2-0.
earning him the second win. Night Owl not getting a lot of frags this time around, but that button hold, focusing that objective, earned them that point.
1. Match point.
Just under 5 minutes at 2-0. Things looking bleak for Bandit. They've got to get a couple scores under their belt if they want to stay competitive in this one.
Blue takes B. Blue takes B. Red countered.
Quick countdown from Life, quick counter from Bandit. Oh, another countdown.
Countdown. Once again, 2 alive. Can they counter?
Countered.
And they do.
Takes B.
Looks like Texas Toast securing his base,
B.
taking it away from Life.
Red takes B. Red takes B. Red team countered. Blue takes C. Red takes C.
Is he coming back to help? A nice charge shot on Anonymous from a backstab position.
Bandit once again only holding on to B. That's a really dangerous situation to be in.
C.
Oh, and they are able to take C for a quick second there.
C.
They get it back finally.
C. Red team scores.
Oh, but a
3.
countdown from Life here. One
Only
up,
Blister.
Blister. And that's
Blister.
it.
A button hold from Just Drums at Blister's base. That's gonna do it. It's a fast 3-0 in about 7 minutes. On top, Just Drums, a masterful performance today. I think, didn't Just Drums also top score over on the Launchpad?
Yeah, he was top
Just
scoring
Drums.
there, so just going
MVP
off.
I would say MVP for today, 22 and 9 with a 4,800 score. Second fragging F2P with 18 and 8, nothing to slouch out there. On top of Bandit, we've got both Texas Toast and Angel Bread tied at 13 frags, with Texas taking that top score spot.
Wow. Great game here. Great game.
Life really showing just, how strong they are. It was a great play by Bandit, but Life will continue on and finish out the
Absolutely.
cycle with this win.
Absolutely. And this was the last game of the cycle, so we won't be back with Dash League Network here for a few days. Give the teams a little bit of time to schedule.
And we'll
On
be
to the next
saying
cycle, though.
goodbye to Volcano.
Yes, bye Volcano.
Good riddance. We'll see you in playoffs most likely.
Yeah,
though.
exactly. But hey, if you're watching this right now, we got 17 viewers. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're not. Share this video. And yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll about wrap it up for us over here at Dash League Network.
All right.
We appreciate you guys coming out and supporting us. I've been Kastle in the booth with.
I'm Silliest Goose.
Absolutely. You guys have a great day.
All right, later.